What's going on, guys? Alright, I got a new video idea that I'm going to try out here. And I'm sure a lot of you guys, if you've been following my channel for a while, you've seen me post various videos about dating apps. One of my most popular videos was basically me just bashing on dating apps and why I think they're a waste of time and just stupid overall in general. So I wanted to make this video just to kind of prove to you my point about these dating apps and how they're garbage. Not all of them. I know there's a lot of people that have met through them, but I'd say the vast majority of people that are on them struggle and are frustrated with them and really don't get the end goal that they're looking for. So I have 5 different like messages or profiles that I snagged from dating apps. I found these on Reddit. They're just screenshots of various profiles or message exchanges between 2 people in one of the dating apps. And I just want to show you guys these, analyze them, and hopefully prove my point that dating apps are trash and you should delete them. Okay, example number 1. We got, it looks like it's probably a Tinder profile. That's what I'm assuming from the layout. I am not the one that's actually on these apps or messaging. I stole these screenshots from Reddit or somewhere I found them online. But it looks like it's probably Tinder. I'm assuming it's a guy. He goes, "Hey, how are you doing?" Once they matched, the gal he was messaging says, "Do better," typical. He says no. She says, "Then leave." He gives her a smiley face. And this is a great example of how inflated egos can get on these dating apps when you're getting so many messages from people on a daily basis. I mean, "Hey, how are you doing?" is like a pretty standard opener. Sure, it's not like some witty, clever pickup line, but if it's someone that, you know, you're trying to get to know, or like just a way to start the conversation off, I don't see that as like terrible. I don't see that as a negative, a bad thing. I mean, at least they're like messaging you. Yet the gal who responded, I guess, obviously has like such an ego about her. I'm assuming from these dating apps and from getting messages on these dating apps on like a daily basis that she expects better. She expects more than just a standard conversation starter. She expects something great, whether that be a witty pickup line or whether that be this guy, I don't know, whether this guy, like, you know, compliment her or something. I don't know. But she is looking for something better, clearly. And that just goes to show how people's egos get inflated on these apps and they expect, like, the standards become unrealistic, and it's like it's an entertainment source. Like, this gal is obviously looking for some sort of entertainment. She's not on there to actually meet and like get to know people. Because if that were the case, like, she would have carried on the conversation like a normal person would do. All right, moving on to example number 2. This looks like text message. I don't know if these are text messages or not. But I'm assuming they had a couple conversations or a couple like message exchanges before we get to this point in the conversation. But it looks like the guy goes, "What do you mean otherwise?" I mean, "Money would just be for my time, but I'm completely open to a physical relationship." How much? $300 per meet. So clearly this woman is wanting to charge this guy money to meet up and get together and spend time with each other. And as I was thinking, kind of sounds like paying for an escort or hooker. Yes, it does. Then she goes, "I don't know. Sugar babies have been super popular thing lately." And I love how this guy responds, "Eating Tide Pods was popular for a while too." That is a brilliant response, because this whole like sugar baby thing I think is ridiculous. And quite frankly, the blame goes, you know, both ways. Both the baby, the sugar baby, I guess, and then the person that's actually paying for it, the sugar daddy or sugar mommy, I guess. That sounds fun to say. The person paying for it. I mean, this is just like setting you up for unhealthy relationships. And I think it's also kind of like dangerous territory to get into, because, okay, say this like actually happens and they meet up and this woman gets paid $300 for spending time with, I'm assuming, this older guy. Okay, that's an easy $300. What do you think she's gonna do? She's probably gonna try and do it again. Now, assuming that this woman is on here to actually date and to actually find someone to date and find a relationship, this is just making the entire situation even messier, because now she has this like entanglement with this like sugar daddy, where he's not only like a intimate relationship that's forming here, there's also like some sort of like financial dependency that's being created as well. And it's going to be hard for this woman to cut ties with this guy, if this becomes a normal thing. And this is also why I think this whole like hookup culture that is being created and really growing over time is so toxic, is because people get involved in these like relationships with other people, yet they think that like once that person that they actually do want to commit to and have like an actual relationship, once that person comes into their life, they think they can just like sever ties with all these other relationships and have it be like nothing or none of that ever happened. And I don't think that's the truth, whether it's emotional baggage or whether it's financial baggage. There's going to be some sort of baggage that comes with it because of those decisions you made as a single person. And this whole sugar baby and sugar daddy and sugar mommy scenario movement that's taking place is ridiculous. People need to cut that shit out. All right, moving on to example number 3. And this is, a guy that goes psycho, it looks like. Okay, you match with Mark on 1/14/2022. Howdy, Mark messages. Okay, so this is from the perspective of a woman, and Mark messages the woman. So Mark messages, howdy. Hi there, cowboy. How's it going? How's it going, baby? Too soon, I agree. Way too soon. Too soon what? Mark's confused. Apparently this works for Mark all the time. That's why he's on this dating app in the first place. To call me baby. And this is where Mark he loses it. That was the wrong thing to say to Mark. This is what Mark says. Mark says, actually, I'll call you whenever the hell I want, whenever the hell I want. And if you don't like it, you can unmatch and kiss my ass. I mean, these are the types of people that these dating apps attract. So clearly Mark is looking for a hookup because of the way he used baby like right away. Either that or he just has no clue how to relate to people and he actually is a psychopath. I don't know. So that's red flag number 1. And then like, dude, come on. Like clearly Mark has like some sort of anger issues or like some deep-seated insecurity probably stemming from these dating apps. Honestly, like I bet you Mark has probably messaged like 20, 30, 40 different women on these apps, probably like with this approach, and probably gets rejected 90% of the time with this approach. And that's why he has this anger built up that causes him to lash out and act like a fool and an asshole, quite frankly. This is definitely a case of insecurity and anger being built up. I also think that like a lot of guys on these dating apps like try really hard to present themselves as like overly masculine or like overly assertive because they think it's gonna like attract the woman they're messaging, when in reality they just end up looking like an idiot. And it really just kind of shows insecurity. I've said this in previous videos, but confidence is quiet. Insecurity is loud. Insecurity is very in your face, and it's like you're trying to prove something to people. Confidence is quiet and subtle. All right, moving on to number 4. We got 2 more here. I got 5 total, and the last one is actually my favorite because it's actually a good Tinder profile. This might be my least favorite, or the one that pisses me off the most. Okay, you got Ashley here, 23 years old. I think that's Tinder. Her occupation is a dancer. No shame or no judgment there. Until we scroll down and look at her about me, and it says she's got 3 6s rule. Don't match me if you don't meet it. 6 feet, 6 figures, 6 inches. I mean, Ashley seems like a catch. Wow. I get that she is probably on this app just to hook up. I mean, I'm assuming that's the case if that is what is in her profile. But also, like, if she's like serious, if she is actually wanting to meet a high value guy, a guy that makes good money and I guess is 6 feet tall. But if you're actually wanting to like meet a high value person and like actually date and like have a relationship, putting stuff like this in your bio is a guarantee to not match with those types of people. And it goes for both guys and gals. I see a lot of guys put in their bios, or I've seen screenshots of them being like overly demanding in their bios, or like trying to be like overly like assertive and masculine in their bios because they think it represents like high value. And then on the flip side, you know, there's gals that are like very demanding as well in this sense. And I don't know, it's just, this is the exact way not to match with other high value people. And quite frankly, I can't tell a whole lot from this picture because her head's cut off, but I don't know if Ashley's really the type of gal to be demanding these types of things. I don't know much about her other than that she's a dancer, and it seems like she's very demanding. Again, this is what you get when you go on the dating apps. You know, if you're on it for the entertainment purposes, it's probably time well spent. If you're on it to actually find and meet someone, I would not go on the dating apps. At least looks like Tinder, not Tinder. Tinder's garbage. Maybe Bumble or Hinge would be a little bit better. But yeah, I don't know. The profile speaks for itself. Okay, and we are gonna move on to my fifth, and this is my favorite one because this one is actually awesome. And this is an example of a great dating app profile. It's only the first picture is what we see here, but we got my man Jarrett. I mean, just a very low effort photo, which kind of in a sense shows that he's confident. You know, got the shades on, and then he's got a baby duck on his, I don't even know if it's a baby duck. He's got a duck on his chest. And in his bio it says, "You see that duck? Yeah, that's my fucking duck. Her name is Daisy." I guarantee that Jarrett gets more matches than just about 99% of any other guys on this app. Because who is going to see that duck and not swipe right? And then to add on to that, if you're actually wanting to message people and for Jarrett's sake, get, you know, women to message him first, this is probably one of the best icebreakers I've ever seen on these dating apps. So go get a duck if you're trying to match on these dating apps and start conversations. Go get a duck, take a picture with it, and say that is your duck. It's as simple as that. But yeah, that's genius. I like that. I like seeing creative profiles like this that are actually funny, because I think it also kind of shows your sense of humor. And quite frankly, you know, Jared very well may be able to actually connect with someone and have a decent conversation or start a relationship with someone, just because I feel like his profile is almost more of a joke than it is him trying to find that guy that's 6 feet tall, 6 figures, and 6 inches, you know. But that's it. That is all I got for you guys. Just wanted to go through and show you guys a few profiles, show you guys a few messages I've seen, give my thoughts on them. I might make this like a series where I do this like once a month or like once every couple weeks, just build up random content from these dating apps and just analyze them and make fun of them more or less. So if that's something you enjoy seeing me do, let me know. If you guys have any dating app stories or content or screenshots, please somehow get them to me. Comment down below and I'll try and get in contact with you guys, because I think this stuff is entertaining and funny, and I think there's also some lessons to be learned from it as well. So if you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you. Until next time, peace.